Sometimes you have a ridiculous idea that's so outside the realm of possibility that it just might work. Sometimes you feel dedicated enough to do something at the cost of your sanity. Sometimes you believe in something you're doing to such a degree that each time you want to magnify the intensity of the effort by putting another 0 on the number at all costs. So here's how we did it. A year ago, I made a video showing a mod that generates the Earth of Minecraft 1-to-1 scale and how cool it'd be if we built all the buildings. That went pretty well. At the end of that video, I promised to build Seattle 1-to-1 scale, and it started with the embarrassing part 1 in which I struggled to figure out world edit and build just the target building on Pike in second. To make up for my abysmal performance, I decided to skip a part 2 with 10 buildings and went from 0 to 100 real quick. And that was it. The series hadn't had an update since then because I didn't know how to top that. When you're on a journey, you sometimes have to come to the conclusion that you, as one man, have limitations. It took me almost 3 months of solo grinding to finish that shit. Assuming I could do it way faster now, if I could do 100 buildings in 1 month, then 1,000 would take me 10 months minimum. Realistically, over a year. And I'm only human. It takes a sober and honest look at the challenge that lays before you to admit that something is beyond your ability to do, and even if we hate to say it, I will. I can't build 1,000 buildings in Seattle, 1-to-1 scale in Minecraft. But we can. If we're gonna get to 1,000 buildings, it might be nice to know how many we've built in downtown so far. First off, there's my 100 buildings. So that's nice. Then there's Northwest BTE, who have been working on Seattle this entire year, which is awesome. I had Diligent One count all of that, which he was not happy about, but the final number was approximately 214 buildings. These two groups were working independently on this area the entire time. It was time to put the two groups together by merging these two separate maps, where two separate visions of Seattle in Minecraft could become one. So, 314 buildings. That's our starting point. And the BTE Northwest team, and build it 1-to-1. But we needed more. So I went to the main Build the Earth Discord and called for all Minecrafters and skilled builders to join us in this event. Everyone who wanted to participate could join as a guest on the Discord and the server for the month, effectively doubling the size of our group from 150 to almost 300. And that's it. 300 people, 314 buildings to start, and 1 month to get to 1,000. We had our goal, but we needed more motivation. So I sanctified an epic leveling up system involving ranks, offering feature rewards for the top 10 builders, and gave the group a simple message. I wanted them to beat me. I had the rest of the month to spend day and night building with them, which means I was going to give it my all to win, to build the most buildings out of anyone that month. And instead of this implacable feeling of having to win at any cost, I had a desire to lose. Because if I gave it my all, and individuals were motivated in this group to beat me, and they did it, then I may have lost, but the group will have won. And that's what I wanted more than anything. Rather than giving glory to myself, building this month was to provide contrast to just how much effort people put into the dream of building the Earth 1-to-1 scale in Minecraft. This is the story of that competition. The race to 1,000 had begun. People f***ing exploded. We had a completed building submission channel and started at 3:15. Every time someone completed another building, they included the next number in their post. These buildings were coming in like a flood by the hour, every hour. But what is a building? It's typically a 5-sided structure made by humans that sticks out of the earth. There can be more or less sides than this. But what constitutes 2 buildings? What constitutes 5? Look at this city block. Look at it! You see those seams on the roof? Does that make it 2 buildings, or is it just 1? What constitutes multiple buildings? What the hell is this? This debate raged as the competition ensued and buildings kept flowing in. And flowing in. And flowing in. Personally, I've found building in this project to be very brain intensive and something I'm not used to personally. But this month, it was as if a barrier had been broken in my mind and all of this just became easier. But I was up against building masters and grinders coming out of the woodwork to make do on my promise to beat me. There was even this guy who was building in Minecraft VR. State your name.
I am Krug. I built this building right here. And then I did this full building in VR. nothing but a hug. Around like this, like the middle of the front, I attempted to drop kick a creeper and I almost died.
We're in creative mode.
Trust me.
And this guy who vowed to only make building interiors.
And Joe Biden's like, oh my god, Kamala Harris, spoon me more of that cheese, like, yeah, like, and it's like, Kamala Harris takes a huge fucking scoop of, like, feta and cottage cheese.
The leveling up system was simple. If you complete 3 buildings, you get to level 2. And if you complete 5, you're level 3. Since everyone was going nuts this month, this very soon flooded the level 2 and 3 categories with new users, upsetting long-term builders who had held level 3 for months. So we created new ranks to reward sustainability and long-term builders for their contributions. YouTube Acid and Master Builder. YouTube Acid is the default YouTube rank on Acid. If you build 1 building each event consecutively for 3 months, you are a reliable member of this project and eligible for the role. Master Builder is the same, but 5 buildings instead of 1. We also had another problem. People were finishing the building, but not the first floor or street view details, eager to submit their buildings and move on in order to maximize the efficiency of increasing their score. In response to this, we had to further develop the meta of the competition, Street View. A building is a score of 1, and the building's street view is now a bonus of 0.5, making a total score of a finished building to be 1.5. This system was so OP because of how easy street view usually is. People just started running around completing everyone else's missing street view. These people who took advantage of this system soared through the ranks as the entire group collectively raced like hellfire to a count of 1,000, because the month of March wasn't gonna last forever. It didn't take us a month to get to the 1,000 mark. It took us 2 weeks, which means if we had set our sights for 2,000, we could have. Once we hit the goal, activity dropped off a bit, but buildings kept coming in as the main crew worked on polishing the final map and finishing the iconic freeway, I-5, that bisects Seattle. This wouldn't have been possible without our road geniuses. As we wrapped up the final hours of the final days, I managed to grab the final completed building spot before time ran out, bringing us to a total of 1,179 buildings. But we have been been working all this month with low render distances, focusing on one building at a time. What would this all look like, fully rendered? Sometimes, human language fails to describe what our eyes can see. What you're seeing is small slivers of everything that we've done. I'm pushing my computer to its absolute limit here, and the limit for Minecraft chunk loading is not much farther than this. Don't ask me how I managed to do this or how my computer survived, but here's a static shot of 64 chunk render distance. That's the current limit in Java Minecraft. That's how far we can see. And the finished map just continues on and on and on. Progress existing from Safeco Field all the way to the Space Needle. We desperately need development both from Mojang and the mod-making community to advanced Minecraft loading distances. If you want to see the map in its totality, fly around, play it in survival, join the Patreon for the download link, as well as all the maps we will do in the future. At the beginning of this event, I asked you to try to beat me by bringing your all, because I will. And you did. Congratulations to Paul Wetzel, first place with a total score of 66.8, and a Diligent 1, second place with a total score of 60.35, with me in third place. I did an extra building with my alt, which I was saving for the 1000th completed buildings post. This person took it, I was so pissed. So if you combine his score of 1 to my main, Diligent beat me by 0.35, which sucks. I'm a bit of a sore loser. But these top 10 scores are completely insane. Jack24, who was pumping out the buildings like dry heaving the day after Mardi Gras. Crazy Ian 9, whose score went through the roof after taking advantage of the Street View system like a government tax loot. Oh yeah, he also built this. It took him 20 days and then he kept going. Jesus Christ. King Chicken, rocking the building score, shattering everyone's hopes and dreams under him like shattered eggs. Widget, sustaining his long-term efforts month to month for this project like that reliable character in a movie that we all know and love. Score, with his static view replays that offer a stoic contrast like a moment of a wise yogi's meditation stance through the chaos. And Goober Dog, a national hero known for taking over buildings that couldn't be achieved by lesser builders, including Macy's, Nordstrom's, and countless others. Thanks to your contributions and everyone else who made this month unbelievable. In 1 month, we have made Seattle the city with the most progress in Build the Earth, aside from New York under Mindfact. And we're gonna keep going. No matter what happens, we're not gonna stop. We're going to keep adding another 0 to this total, no matter the cost, no matter how hard, until Seattle, America, the world, is fully represented on a 1-to-1 scale. Going to take Minecraft and convert all of the human architectural progress in the last 1,000 years into it. The complexity of cities that never end, the majesty of mountain ranges, the wonder of a finished replica of this in Minecraft will keep us going until we get there. But like the gathering energy of a spirit bomb, we can't do it without your help. And when the project is finished, those files will still be there the next year, the next decade, even the next century. We are the historians working on the most ambitious archival project and resource in Minecraft, and we will persevere. Because every building, every sidewalk, and every tree we place will outlast us. We could die tomorrow. That's one of the main reasons I do this. To be remembered in case I don't make it out of this life alive. And none of us do. Stay tuned. More zeros are coming. Hey guys, this is footage from the end of the event. Instead of blowing up the map, we tried an interesting thought someone had of everyone banding together to build a building as fast as possible. At the beginning, most people are working, and then it slowly turned into one of those situations at work where it's a 3-to-1 ratio of one guy working and 3 more people watching him work. But it was nonetheless extremely fast and enjoyable. We completed a lot of the block in a matter of 15 minutes here, which is unheard of. Definitely an interesting strategy to consider for the future. This month was insane. Here's a time-lapse by Red Weasel of the progress of the entire month. Each flashing section you see is a completed building or city block that afterwards contributes to the completed mass of blue. As you can see, it grows to an insane degree by the end of the month in contrast to where we started. Give the builders some love by interacting with this video, commenting who your favorite is, joining the Build the Earth Patreon, or even joining our group. We build a new and exciting location every month. Here are the total high scores for all builders for one of the most intense and voluminous building collaborations in Minecraft. Thanks for the support, and thanks for watching.
I remember just a year ago, just like waking up really late at like 11 p.m. and just seeing in my recommendations just this video where build like
If
built the Earth
putting
in
Brazil,
Minecraft, and I thought it was like some actual video of someone who had just built the entire Earth. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But no, it was a call to action. And I remember literally thinking, I just remember thinking like I never had felt, even though it was something like stupid, like nothing like super serious, I had never felt more genuinely inspired by a YouTube video. So I just it felt so good watching that video, and I'm not the type of person who actually like joins stuff and commits to stuff. But like 3 days later, I saw it again, and I decided, you know what, I'm actually gonna join the Discord, and then I decided, you know what, I'm actually gonna do this, and I got so into it, and now I'm here a year later, and I'm a part of this big video. I'm actually here, and it just feels so good to be a part of this community. It saved me.
I'm proud of this community.
This is the only thing that kept me going in quarantine. I would have died I would have died from a food coma or something. Microwaved pizza. That's what I would have died. But no, I actually had something to do and I had people to talk to. And this just, saved me. And thanks for the complimentary music, but I'm done with my speech.
Alright, Pippin. Got my recording going for you, so now you can see that I actually did it. Pippin?
Oh, I'm so wasted.
The sandstone looks white, yellow to you?
You're right, it is white.
Yeah, this is very yellow.
It's blue.
No, it's blue.
We don't see the...
Was that your impression of me? What was that?
I don't know.
Hey, good job with the banger.
Oh my gosh, it's already done. It's already done.
Do I sound like that?
Alright. Final few blocks. We got this. Yes! It's done. We finished it. It's done. I quit. Bye.